So on this channel, I've definitely been talking a lot about the Sacramento Kings and how they've been underperforming this year and how the addition of DeMar DeRozan just hasn't equaled victories. The Kings sit right now at 13-18. They've lost 5 in a row, and today they decided that it was Mike Brown's fault. They fired Mike Brown, who was just a coach of the year in the NBA. Doug Christie is set now to take over as the interim head coach, but this is not Mike Brown's fault as to why this team is failing. It's failing because they didn't get the required piece that this team needed. As I've said before, you have Sabonis, De'Aaron Fox, and Malik Monk, 3 guys who can score and play make. What you needed was an elite defensive player, somebody to go in there and defend the other team's best players, but what you did instead was bring in a 35-year-old player who is a scorer and a playmaker, a position on your court, on your team that you did not need. This is the owners and the GM's fault on this one, but of course, Mike Brown is the scapegoat. Michael Malone said this. He's like, when you win, it's Fox and Sabonis. When you lose, it's Mike Brown. That's how it works. I'm not surprised. He was fired because I was fired by the same person. Of course, Michael Malone was the coach of the Sacramento Kings at one time, and he was fired by the Sacramento Kings owner. But he's completely right. You win, and it's the player's fault. But when you lose, it's automatically the coach's fault. Mike Brown is a great coach, and now he's been fired a couple of different times mid-season, once by the Kings and once previously by the Los Angeles Lakers. But there's definitely something to be said that DeMar DeRozan has gotten now 2 coaches of the year fired in the year after they won coach of the year. Look into that with whatever you will. But I'll say this is not Mike Brown's fault at all. It's not his fault. He's not one of the players. The offensive statistics for the Kings are virtually the same. The defense is virtually the same. The rest of the West just got better, and the Kings failed to address their biggest need, which was defense, defense, defense. DeMar DeRozan is not a winning player. That's why as soon as he left the Toronto Raptors, they won the championship with Kawhi Leonard. And also with him off the Spurs are a better team this year. DeMar DeRozan is a black hole in the lineup. He's one of the all-time leading scorers in the NBA. I think he's top 25 now. But that's not what this Kings team needed. I've said that ad nauseum. But still, a lot of Sacramento people and a lot of people have told me that I was wrong. I'm not wrong on this one. This is right. And Mike Brown's going to be a coach somewhere else. Somebody will hire him because, in my opinion, he's a really good coach. And this is a Sacramento Kings franchise that hadn't gone to the playoffs in a very long time until Mike Brown got there. And what do they do for him after everything he's done for them? They fire him mid-season. Unbelievable.